Hello, I'm here to tell you about TAD, the Ability Advisor, a project funded by the European Union through the Erasmus Plus program, which supports cooperation and innovation and exchange of good practices in the vocational and educational training sector. The TAD project is about improving the skills of people who are working in the tourism sector or wish to work in the tourism sector to improve their knowledge and skills in the area of accessible tourism. Accessible tourism refers to tourism that's accessible for all visitors, including people with disabilities and those with specific access requirements. The TAD project is led by the public institution Panevėžys Labour Market Training Centre in Lithuania. The other four partners are ENAT, the European Network for Accessible Tourism, based in Brussels, ENGIM, the Piemonte Vocational Training Organization in Italy, Blue Book Communication Agency, also in Italy, and Tecminio, private non-profit training organization, which is part of the University of Minho, Portugal. TAD introduces the professional profile of the Ability Advisor as a support service to help small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, in the tourism field to develop their business and improve their services to customers in the accessible tourism market. The training materials that we've produced will be freely available as open educational resources. That means they can be distributed and used free of charge by any organization and educational training center. We will be disseminating the information widely through European member states and internationally. In the first part of the TAD project, we produced a database of 30 SMEs indicating how they are dealing with accessibility in their business. We've looked at how these businesses are coping with accessibility, but also how the Ability Advisor could enhance their performance by working with them. In the second part of the project, we've developed a training course for VET learners or graduates aged around 20 to 35 years old, and it's designed to give them the particular knowledge and skills either to start a self-employed business as an external advisor or consultant, or to work in a company or in the public sector as an advisor on accessibility. The Access Advisor will be able to analyze and inform enterprises, their managers and owners, about how accessibility can be integrated in their businesses. We hope that learners will enjoy discovering accessibility as a feature of tourism and developing new skills that can improve their employment prospects. For business owners, we encourage you to read our materials and to test your knowledge on how to improve customer services and win a larger part of the growing accessible tourism market. And for destination managers and policymakers in the tourism sector, we would like you to take note of the importance of accessibility in local tourism development and perhaps employ an Ability Advisor or two in your team to raise awareness and help you deliver accessible tourism services to your visitors. The training course includes 6 modules, and I'll introduce them briefly for you now. Module 1 is the Accessible Tourism Introduction. It introduces the concept of tourism for all, based on comprehensive experiences and studies that have been carried out in recent years, and looking at the supply and demand for accessible tourism. It introduces the background of tourism for all and looks at analyses of legislation, of the framework at European and international level. The concepts and methods of design for all or universal design are explained, showing how these approaches can help to achieve inclusion and accessibility mainstreaming in the area of tourism. Module 2, the access requirements of tourists with disabilities and others. Module 2 examines the diversity of tourists, their specific access requirements, and how people with various types of disabilities require different efforts to ensure they are catered for adequately in the services and products that are provided. Module 3, Customer Service. Customer service is a crucial aspect of the accessible tourism provision. It explains in more detail how to serve customers with particular access requirements, especially using examples of ways to better serve, inform, and communicate with the customers. Module 4, How to measure accessibility of tourist environments and services. Module 4 explains how to ensure a consistent and appropriate level of service for customers at a range of accessibility checks or audits which must be carried out during various points in the whole service delivery chain. It refers to these 4 main headings: information provision, transfers and transportation, built environment and facilities, and services and activities at the venue. Module 5, Accessibility of Information in the Tourism Sector. This module highlights the importance of accessibility in the provision of information. It's divided in 3 sections explaining the basic principles of accessible information. Firstly, why accessibility of information is important to customers and businesses in the tourism sector. Secondly, how to design and implement accessible information in different formats. And thirdly, where to find additional resources to enable the learners to make their own in-depth studies in this important field. And Module 6 is about the Ability Advisor role, the entrepreneurial skills and job opportunities for the TAD advisor. It looks at the role and mission of the Ability Advisor in supporting SMEs in the tourism field and helping them to develop their business and improve their services to the accessible tourism market. All the modules end with a quiz for the learners to test their knowledge, and on achieving a positive result, you will be able to download a certificate at the end of the course.